Hello everyone, my name is Decker Link, the trained unprofessional, and they're still working on the siding on my apartment complex. Thank God for that. I hope they can fucking hear me. I don't know if they can understand me. They seem to be exclusively speaking Spanish. They probably are bilingual though. Like I respect the fuck out of people who are bilingual or more than bilingual. Like if you can speak more than one language, you are a smart motherfucker. Like that's one thing I have never understood, why people always think that if English is your second language, you're automatically stupid. Like, if it's really fucking hard to learn another language, especially English, because it's such a balls-fuckingly stupid language. So, you're like, you've got to learn English in order to come in. I'm like, motherfucker, really? Welcome back to Extracurricular Activities with political shit. Oh, that's a drink. Darius, watch out! No, Darius, come on, Darius, wake up, Darius, you need to wake up, hey, wake up! I didn't feel like acting all that shit out, because it's very emotional. Your eyes were out of focus, but you realized you were sitting on Darius' hospital room with your head laying on his bed. I was dreaming. Whatever you were dreaming about, it didn't seem pleasant. You felt several fingers run through your hair as you sat up abruptly. Hey, be careful, I'm a little sore. Darius! Without thinking about what he just said, you lunged towards him, wrapping your arms around his waist and burying your face against his stomach. What'd I just say, you twat? What are you, fucking, Sissel now? Fucking... Oh, when is Repeat coming back? Oh, I missed that. It's coming back in December. We got 2 months! 2 months! He sighed heavily and patted you on the back. You better not start crying or anything like that, or I'm gonna make fun of you for it. But since you're all right there, you could just, and you sat back up, wiping the back of your hands quickly over your eyes with a chuckle. It's the last thing I'd do with you while you're in the hospital, Darius. Later when I'm out, you're fine, I suppose. Yep, I'm fine. Well, mostly my body aches like in a whole variety of different places I didn't even know existed. I'm hungry, I need to pee, I smell bad, my fur feels gross. Speaking of my fur, the bastard shaved off bits of it. Spencer said you'd be mad about that. Spencer, was he here? He came by yesterday when I called to tell him. Oh, I didn't think he'd care. He does care. He does care. Spencer might not act like it, but he never wanted anything bad to happen to you. I don't know about that, but it's nice that he'd stop by. Was anyone else here? Maria was here for a little while, too. We brought your car from the studio so we could get here. Please tell me she drove it. You don't trust me to drive it? No. Well, she is the one that drove it. That's good. I know she'd take good care of it. I would too. But she'd do better. You really are fine. Mm-hmm. How long have you been awake? I woke up around midnight, I guess, but slept on and off until about an hour ago. What time is it? It's a little past 8. I'm actually pretty tired, but the nurses have been in and out constantly to check up on me. I was just about to doze back off until you shouted in your sleep, nearly scared the piss out of me. I had a nightmare about yesterday. Only you hit the wall. Yeesh, how morbid. Well, I didn't hit the wall, I suppose. I'm still alive. Thankfully. Do you have any idea what happened, though? Like, what caused you to lose control? I don't know. I don't actually remember anything after landing on the ground. I just remember landing, and everything else is kind of blank. It's weird. I wonder if Zazzle can tell me anything else. I swear, if I found out it's his fault that I'm stuck here, I'm gonna find a new mechanic. I talked to him yesterday. He said that he couldn't tell me anything at the time, but that the bike was perfect when he checked it out. I don't think it was his fault at all. Then whose fault is it? I don't know. It's fucking Isaac! It's goddamn Isaac! That zebra bastard! Zazzle said he couldn't tell me anything else. I'll just call him later. For now, though, I just want to go back to sleep. And pee. Need me to help you to the bathroom, or do I need to call a nurse? Nah, I'm going right now. Huh? Catheter. Oh, that means, yep, taking a leak while we speak. What, they didn't want me to get up just yet, and they stuck that thing in my dick while I was out as a precautionary deal, just in case I didn't wake up anytime soon. Might as well make use of it while it's there. God. I'll have them take it out when they let me off this damn bed. Does it hurt? It's a weird feeling, but it doesn't hurt right now. I mean, this isn't the first time something's been stuck in there. Not the first time. Listen to the first catheter you ever had? Look up what sounding is when you get the chance. Then you'll understand. I'm gonna try to sleep a little more before the nurses come back. How long you gonna stay here anyway? You really don't have to stick around. I'm fine. I don't know. I don't have anything to do today, so I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Just don't interrupt my sleep, and I suppose that's okay. Yeah, okay. If you need me to do anything for you, let me know. Oh, you always give me a good... Nah, stop. No. I don't suppose you'll do anything. Just get some rest, Darius. Darius reclined in his bed and tried to make himself comfortable. I'm gonna go see about getting some food while you rest. I won't be long. Take all the time you need. It's not like I'm going anywhere. When you stood up, you leaned over and kissed his snout. Really relieved that you're awake now. Yeah, go eat. I can get some sleep already. Alrighty. Oh, this looks like the same exact cafeteria at the school, so how about that shit? I guess after I eat, I can call Maria and let her know Darius is awake. After acquiring food and eating, you give Maria a call. Hello, Andrew. Hey, Maria. How are things? Great, actually. Darius was awake when I woke up this morning. Oh, that's wonderful news. How's he feeling? He said he's just sore and tired. Doesn't sound like anything else is bad. I'm so glad to hear it. Any idea how long he's going to be there? No clue. I'm sure I'll find out sometime later. Well, if he's going to be there a little while longer and needs anything, just let us know. We can take you to his place and get some things if he needs it. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. And if he does need anything, just call me when you're ready to be picked up and brought home. Will do. I'm going to let Spencer know that Darius is awake now, so I'll talk to you sometime later. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Give Darius a hug for me. Okay, see ya. Bye. Click. Now to text Spence. Hey Spence, just letting you know that Darius is awake. He's fine aside from being sore and tired. Don't know when he's coming home, but I'll stay up here for the rest of the day if you want to stop by again. I guess those are the only two I need to contact for now. I can't call Azgal because I don't have his number in my phone. I'll deal with that soon, and maybe he can tell me more about why Darius crashed his bike. I guess I'll head back to Darius' room now. Nothing else to do down here. Hopefully he's asleep. Looks like he did pass out again. I hope he can get some rest. Took your seat beside him and checked his phone. No new messages, huh? I guess nobody knows about what happened to him yet. I'll go ahead and shoot the tiger a message. I don't know if he's awake or not. Hey, Azgal. Darius woke up and is doing fine. Let us know what happened with his bike later. He's sleeping right now. Here's my number, so text me instead of him, just in case. After typing in your phone number to him, you silenced his phone and put it aside. With nothing else to do, you turned on the TV, muted it, and watched whatever was on. While you sat there, you noticed most of the tubes and cables attached to Darius the prior day were gone. If all is well, maybe they'll send him home tonight. Everything seems to be okay. I'll ask the next nurse that comes in. It wasn't much longer after you got back that another nurse entered the room. Oh, you're awake now. It looks like he's out again. Yeah, he was awake when I woke up, but went back to sleep when we went to get some breakfast. How are his, stats? Everything seems to be fine from what I've seen. Does that mean he'll be able to go home soon? As long as no changes pop up, he should be good to go home tomorrow. We'll keep him here a little while longer for observation, just to make sure. I see. She was careful while checking everything in an attempt to not wake Darius. I suppose you're his boyfriend? What? No, I'm not. Really? You seem to be really close to each other at least. Why do you say that? You woke up at some point last night when I came to check on you. Your head was in his lap, and he said he was just watching you while you petting your head. He asked that I try not to wake you up each time I come in. It was pretty cute, actually. Oh, that didn't sound like him at all. I think I startled him, too, because he didn't know I had entered the room and was watching him. He seemed a little embarrassed and put a pillow over your head as soon as I said something, like he was trying to hide you. I see. Well, it looks like everything here is in order. I'll be back in a little while to check on him again. Is there anything he might need for me when he wake up again? He did say something about having a catheter removed next time he came in. I think he'd like to move around a little bit next time he wakes up. When he wakes up again, just call me in, and we'll take care of it. He should be okay to get up and move around a little. Alright, I'll be sure to do that. The nurse left the room, and you resigned yourself to watching TV once again. Oh, someone's actually replying to me. Looks like it's Spencer. Azgal texted me too. Let's see what Spencer had to say first. Glad to hear he's alright. I probably won't be able to stop by today, though. I have some things I need to do, then I work again tonight. You're there for him. I think that'll be enough. Alrighty. If you need, if you get the chance, though, stop by. I think they'd make him happy, believe it or not. I don't believe it, but if I can, I'll stop by. Okay, then. Let you know if anything with him changes. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Now that his are out of the way, let's check it out and see what Azgal said. Good to hear. Have him call me later. I need to talk to him. No sense in replying to that one. I'll just let Darius know when he wakes up. I guess it's just... Damn it! I guess it's just the two of us for now, Darius. I'm sure someone else will stop by later. Darius was out cold, and he didn't move around at all for several more hours. It was time for lunch when he finally woke up again. Andrew? Oh, you're awake again. How you feeling? Starving. Still really sore, too. I smell food, so I think they're serving lunch to rooms now. You'll have some soon. It's hospital food. I bet this tastes terrible. Breakfast wasn't bad. Sure, lunch tastes alright, too. We'll see. Heard from anyone else? I talked to Maria and Spencer earlier. You might see Maria later, but I don't think Spencer will have the chance to drop by. And I talked to Azgal. He wants you to call him when you can. Did he say why? No, but I suppose it's about yesterday. You have my phone? Yeah, it's right here. Passed the phone to him, and after a minute he was on the phone with Azgal. Hey, Azgal. Yeah, I'm alive. I'm just sore and hungry right now. What'd you need? Andrew said you wanted me to call when I could. Figured it'd be about that. It's not your fault, right? I'd hate to look for a new mechanic. Darius was silent for a moment. You could hear what Azgal was saying, but Darius's eyes... You couldn't hear what Azgal was saying, but Darius's eyes went wide. The fuck are you still... Oh shit, he looked mad. The fucking psychopath! Yeah, he better be. I'll find out how long later and I'll get back to you. Yeah, I'll tell him. You should know. He should know too. Just him. Nobody else needs to know. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Darius tossed his phone to the foot of his bed and fell back with a loud groan. It was Isaac. It was Isaac. What was that all about? Okay, I'm not gonna say the first part of this, but yeah, it was Isaac. What? How? So get this, after Azgal checked out my bike, he said that the brake fluid was completely empty. It didn't leak out after the wreck. On top of that, he said something about the throttle body had been tampered with, and that it caused my bike to just pick up speed. Isaac was the one that did it? No, fucker hired another guy, another one, what, the past flings? Jesus. They caught someone on security cameras and it was guest authorized by Isaac. Didn't take him long to piece it all together after the cops picked up Isaac's friend. Shit. I knew he hated my guts, but I never thought he'd snap like that, crazy fuck. I ran into him in the dressing room yesterday before we left the hospital. He was acting odd, so that would explain why. Odd how? Just in the way he talked about the incident and how he was pretty much hoped you were dead. Said something about everything better off without you, and was giving a hard time. What a bastard! I hope he has all the fun in jail being someone else's fuck toy. Stupid cool, god damn. If I ever see him again, I'm gonna punch him in his sissy face. You won't ever get that chance. I hope not. I don't want to get thrown in jail for assaulting the fucking fairy. There was a knock at the door and Darius' nurse poked her head into the room. Oh good, Darius is awake again! Yeah, this is the fucking time to come in. I'm here with some lunch for the both of you. Oh, I get food too? Just keep it between us. After wheeling a table over to the bed, she brought in a couple of trays of food. Since Darius was awake, she took the time to check his vitals. Your heart rate is really elevated right now. Are you feeling okay? I just got some bad news on the phone is all. I'm fine, aside from being sore. Oh, alright then. If you do feel funny or anything, let me know right away. And once I finish serving lunch, I'll stop by and get that catheter out of you. That way you can move around a bit more. Okay, thanks. That'd be good. It should only take about 30 minutes to finish up. She slipped out of the room, leaving you and Darius alone once more. You grabbed a tray of food and ate in silence. You didn't know what else to say to Darius at the moment. I fucking knew it! Never get involved with crazy, Andrew. It's not worth it. You telling me you're not worth it? You smart ass. You're better off, though, just staying. Yeah, I like having a certain amount of crazy in my life. Keeps things interesting. Suit yourself. Don't blame me when things go wrong, though. Don't worry, I won't. You finished eating your food, and when Darius was done with his, you piled all the dishes together and rolled the table out of the way. As the nurse had said, she popped back out of the room for about 30 minutes.
Alright, you ready to get that catheter taken out?
Yes, that thing feels really weird. I'm ready for it to go. It's nice not having to get up to go to the bathroom, but I'd rather not have to deal with it anymore.
Well, let me just get a few things ready.
While she's prepped some tools on the table, she turned her attention to you.
If you'll give us some privacy, it won't take but a minute.
He's fine. He's seen it before. It's always no big deal. Jeez, Darius.
Then you can be here for some emotional support.
He needs that. Yeah, I don't need that. You're just pulling a tube out of my penis, right?
Let me finish preparations and sterilize my hands, and I'll tell you what is involved before I start. I need to drain your bag too, so try to resist the urge of urinating anymore right now. Otherwise, it's gonna make a mess.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and recline in your bed, and we'll get started shortly.
Alrighty. Darius laid his head back, and the nurse stood at the foot of the bed once she was ready.
Alright, so bend your knees, spread your legs, and keep your feet flat on the bed. Your bedsheet will give you some privacy, at least.
You wanna look? You wanna go look, Andrew? You can see how things are done. But no, this is a medical procedure. I don't need to see how it's done.
There's nothing wrong with knowing how to do this for the future.
What the fuck? When would I need to do this? I'm okay. I'll pass.
Well, first we need to dilate the balloon in his bladder.
A balloon?
We inflate a balloon with water inside the bladder to keep the catheter in place. The tube runs all the way down his urethra and into his bladder to drain urine. We put it in and when he was unconscious, since we had no idea when he'd wake up.
A balloon? That would explain that weird feeling.
So after I drain the balloon, all I have to do is pull it out. You'll probably feel some discomfort during that time.
We'll see.
I'll tell you before I start pulling it out, and when I do, just exhale deeply and slowly. For now, just relax.
Darius was staring straight up at the ceiling with his arms down at his sides. He looked nervous to you. To comfort him. He put a hand on top of his hand and patted it. You'll be fine. You look so tense. Coming from the guy not having something pulled out of his dick. Hey! Aren't you the one that said this isn't the first time?
Alright, I'm pulling it out now.
That's different. That's more... Oh!
I told you to exhale deeply. There we go. It's out. I'm gonna just clean the area real quick and put a little lubricant around the urethra to help with any pain. It should fade soon.
It's gonna sting when I go pee, isn't it?
Most likely, and that's normal. You might notice some discoloration in your urine as well, and that's normal too. Just drink plenty of water and it'll help flush out of your system. If things aren't normal in a few days, we'll need to know. I don't expect there to be any problems though. She finished what she was doing and let Darius lower his knees and sit back up.
Oh, that does feel better already. This means I can get up and move around now. This means I can get up and move around now?
As long as someone is with you, yes. We've unhooked everything from you, so you can move around freely. Just don't stay up for too long.
I'll try. I hate being confined to a bed, though.
Just don't overdo it. I'll be counting on your friend here to keep an eye on you.
I'll do my best.
This will be my last visit for today, so I'll find out when I come back tonight if you've been walking around too much. If you need anything, just use the call button and another nurse will be by.
Can do. Thanks for taking that thing out of me, too.
You're welcome, dear. I'll see you again later tonight.
The nurse left, and as soon as she did, Darius thrust his hand down under the sheets and began to fiddle with himself. Christ, when she pulled that thing out, I thought my cork was on fire. It stung so much. Pray you never have to have them jam one of them things inside of you. It definitely seemed unpleasant. That doesn't even begin to describe it. I can say that a woman messing with my cork and balls does nothing for me, though. I didn't feel a thing while she was touching and playing with everything. I don't think you getting aroused was the intended reaction. Her hands were cold, too. You better never grab my junk with your cold hands, got it? It says I'm never gonna grab your junk to begin with. You know it'll happen one day. And while we're on the topic of dicks, this makes getting through my side of the bed way easier. I don't feel the need for sex at all right now. I feel gross and not sexy at all. Darius, not wanting sex? Are you sure you weren't really injured in that crash? Man, I have to look good and feel good too. If both those things aren't in sync with me, it kills my libido. And with them shaving my hair off my chest in certain places, I'm not gonna feel right until it grows back. He looks down at his chest and sighs, rubbing his fingers over his bare patches. You could use it to your advantage. You're still sexy. You'll be fine. I mean, if anyone doesn't need flattering, it's Darius, but it couldn't hurt. Yeah, he's still sexy. I know I'm still sexy, but this makes me less sexy. At least I feel less sexy anyway. I guess it'd be okay if I had a shirt on and nobody else could see it. But who likes keeping their clothes on while having sex? I wouldn't know yet. I mean, it's okay to keep them on if it's a quickie in the bathroom or something, like this one guy at school a few weeks back. God damn it, enough. Let's just stop right there. I don't need to hear about your sexcapades from school. Are you sure? Would you rather me show instead of tell? I could definitely oblige to that. You rolled your eyes and just shook your head. Alright, enough of that, I guess. In the meantime, I think it's time for me to stand up. Help me out of here, would you? You sure you're up for it? Yeah, just give me a hand. Darius sat up and swung his legs off the bed. Before helping him stand up, he pulled his gown over his chest. You offered your arm to him, and he grunted and groaned as he pulled himself off the bed. There he is. Ugh, so many places ache. I hope walking around helps with that. I've been laying here for way too long. It feels kind of drafty in here. I feel like my ass is hanging out. He glanced around behind him, and he was right. The backside of the gown was done completely. It's because your ass is hanging out. Let me tie this thing up so you don't flash everyone. Let them look, I don't care. Not feeling self-conscious? I mean, all this fur looks sweaty and matted, so I don't know if people will. Ugh, just cover it up. He chuckled and started to tie up the back of his... God damn it! He chuckled and started to tie up the back of his gown, having the chance to fully admire the lion's backside. You know, I don't think I've really gotten to check you out from the back like this before. This is the worst possible time for that, you know? Just wait till I'm back to normal and you can look all you want. Something about you being so vulnerable makes you really cute, though. I'm not vulnerable right now. Are you not? Once you finished tying up the gown, Darius spun on his heels, pushed you onto the bed, and leaned down over you. Is this how a vulnerable person would act? You were getting used to this kind of thing with Darius, so his actions didn't surprise you. Something else did, though. Oh man, your breath is vile right now. Darius jumped back up quickly and put his hand over his mouth. After a few puffs into it, he withdrew his hand and shook his head. Damn, that too? I just can't catch a break today. Do you have any gum or something? None. Shit, maybe someone else has some. I'll just go to the nurses while we walk around. He certainly seems fine. I don't suppose there's anything really wrong with him. That's good. After walking through the halls and Darius having acquired something for his breath, you found your way outside to another seating area. Man, I feel like I haven't been in the sun in forever. It's only been a day. It feels like it's been so long. He leaned against the barrier, looking out over the parking lot that led towards the park. Part of me can't believe that Isaac tried to off me. Another part of me isn't really surprised he went that far. I mean, I knew he was crazy, but damn. You're not gonna go crazy on me like that, right? I like to think I'm pretty sane. And again, you can really drive a person mad. Well, if you ever tried something like that, I'd tell Maria she'd beat your ass, I bet. You're right. She'd beat me and she'd get Richard to hell. And after they're done, I'll beat your ass too. Got it? I got it. Don't worry. I don't think I could ever do something like that to you. It was really terrifying, you know? What? Watching the accident happen? That's right. You and Maria were off to the side to watch the stunt. What was it like? I told you, I don't really remember any of it. We cheered when you landed and when you didn't stop. Gripped your chest while you spoke. You were just going faster and faster. I thought you were just gonna hit the wall, but you pushed yourself off your bike before that happened. Just watching your body roll across the ground. It hurts just thinking about it. I dreamt about it all night. Over and over, that's what I saw. You never moved after you stopped rolling. I always thought you were dead. Well, I'm not dead, am I? No, you're not. Darius put his arm over your shoulder and leaned against you. So try not to dwell on that. I'm unscathed, mostly. I'm alive, standing here before you, so there's no sense in making yourself feel bad. It's just hard to get that out of my mind. Give me a few days to recover and I'll show you something that'll help get it off your mind. I'm never gonna hear the end of that from you, am I? Not until it happens. He moves his hand from your shoulder down over the back and then grabs your butt. Hey now, we're not the only two people out here. Watch your hand. I knocked my head when I crashed and went crazy. That's why I'm here. I can't be held accountable for my actions. With a grope and a squeeze, he let go and turned away from you. Let's head back to the room. I think I've moved around enough and want to sit back down now. Sure, let's head back. You got back to the room, Darius laid down and groaned. Man, I guess my body hurts way more than I thought. Is there anything I can do to make you feel more comfortable? I don't think there is more right now. I'll just have to suffer through it. I mean, you're not gonna do what I really want. Nope, suffer away. So cruel. He grabbed his phone and lost himself in it a little bit while you did the same. After a bout of silence, he put his phone away. How much longer are you gonna be here? I'll probably sound very dismissive. He could have not meant it like that. It's like, how much longer are you gonna be here? Like, you could have said it like that, but no, I'd make him be an asshole about it. How much longer am I gonna have to deal with your ass? I'm tired of this shit. Oh, damn. I got people texting me and shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm just trying to record. Goddamn, leave me alone. I'll probably have Richard pick me up soon, so you can have some peace and or see some of your other friends. And I don't want him to have to come out too late to pick me up. Alright, I'll have the other guys know I'll be alone then. Maybe one of them will do the things you won't do. I'll just tell the nurses to check on you frequently. And ruin my fun? How could you? It's for the good of everyone. Not for me. You'll be just fine. Besides, who's gonna touch your diseased looking penis right now anyway? Ouch, that's low. I'm gonna call Maria really quick and see when she can pick me up. Tell her I said hi. Ring, ring.
Hello again, Andrew. How's Darius?
He's good, sitting up, wide awake.
Wonderful. Let me talk to him.
Alrighty. You offered your phone to Darius, and he took it with a questioning look. Here, she wants to talk to you. Hello? Yeah, I'm fine. What? Darius' face changed quickly. Don't start crying. I don't care if it's a happy crying. Stop that. I'm just fine, so don't worry. Yes, of course. As soon as they let me leave, I'll come see you. Okay, Christ. That is... Back the fuck off, lady. I will. I'm giving the phone back to Andrew now. Yes, I'm fine, Maria. Thank you. Darius waved your phone frantically back at you for you to take it. Maria?
I'm so glad he's okay.
Maria, he's just fine. Good old normal Darius.
That's so good to hear. So, what did you call about?
She wants to fuck a lion. I wanted to see when Richard might be able to pick me up. I'm gonna give Darius some time alone, and I'd just like to relax a little in my bed.
Oh, well, I'll see if he can come get you now. I'm busy, so I'll just be sending him. I'll have him call you when he gets there.
Alright, thanks, Maria.
Give Darius a big hug and kiss for me, too.
Okay, with the kisses. Motherfucker, would you? Yeah, sure thing. I'll see you later. I'll see you in a bit. Click. Richard will be here in a little bit to pick me up. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just a weird feeling is all. A weird feeling? Do you feel sick? No, I don't feel sick at all. It's the opposite, really. I'm not used to having anyone care about my well-being. At least it's been a while. He shook his head and snorted. Anyway, about how long you think until you leave? Maybe an hour. I don't know how long it'll take Richard to get here, or if he's even free to pick me up. Alrighty. I guess you're welcome to chill in here until he gets here. Like you have a choice. You're stuck with me for now. Well, if you're gonna be here, I suppose there is something you could do for me. I already told you I'm not doing that. Darius held up a foot and wiggled his toes around. You never said you wouldn't rub my feet. Oh, Jesus. Was that what you want? I'll settle for now. He moved his chair to the foot of his bed. What do you want me to do? Just rub them. I've never rubbed someone's feet for them. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll tell you if it feels good or not. Just squeeze and massage. I'll try. You were gentle at first, and you wrapped your hands around one of his feet and pressed your fingers into his fur. You could feel that the fur in the bottom of his foot was thin and worn as you ran your fingers over it. Put some pressure into you. You're not gonna hurt me. He flexed his toes while you put more pressure into your rubbing. Oh, that's much better. Move in circles and put more attention right above the arch. You worked over his foot, taking your time to see which spots got the biggest reaction from him. This good? Yeah, you're doing fine for someone who's never done this before. Okay. So have you heard from your parents yet? You didn't look up from his foot when you asked him. You've been with me the whole time. What do you think? They're busy. They probably don't even know I'm here. I mean, you should probably tell him that his dad knows. The nurse said she called your dad. Of course, I really needed to change my emergency contacts. I wouldn't expect him or my mother to show up, click. Actually, I bet my mother doesn't even know. He wouldn't tell us, so she wouldn't show up. Your focus was fading on rubbing into listening to him, and soon your hands were just holding his foot. What's the deal with your dad? I told you before, my parents were just never around. My grandparents were, though. Nan and Grandpa Maynard would have been here in a heartbeat. They never forgot about me. I suppose your grandparents both passed away? Ugh, yeah, several years ago. Sorry to hear that, Darius. It happens. I just wish they didn't have to go at the same time. Grandpa went first and Nan followed just days later. They were together for 78 years. Can you believe that? For nearly 80 years, those two were together. She couldn't go on without him. It's a really long time. Isn't it? How can you go for that long, only having sex with the same person? And there it goes. Darius put his hand over his face and laughed. They were still good doing it, too. They talked about it openly at the last family gathering we had. Grandpa said something about having no trouble getting it up for Nan when he saw her naked. Dad looked horrified, but man, it was hilarious. They were a lot of fun. I don't know how Dad turned out the way he did. And then you turned out so differently from him, it seems. Weird how that works. And what's the big deal? You stopped rubbing my foot. You haven't touched the other one yet. He tapped his foot against you. Come on, that was feeling good, and you've neglected the other foot. Oh, yeah? You grabbed one of his toes and wiggled it around before pulling on it until you felt it pop. I didn't expect it to do that. You okay? Yeah, it just popped is all. You might as well do it to the rest of them. Didn't hurt? It was a weird feeling, but it didn't hurt. It felt kind of good. Oh, okay. Wait, this isn't another one of those spots like your tail, isn't it? I don't think so. Guess we'll find out in a moment. One at a time, you pulled on Darius' toes, waiting for them to pop before moving on to the next one. Each time, it seemed like he seemed to wince or curl his toes, but nothing more came of it until you were done. With his toes popped, you continued with the rubbing of his neglected foot. That was interesting. Felt like I was breaking your toes each time I did that. Are you sure they're okay? They feel just fine. It's no different like cracking your knuckles. Darius put his paw behind his head and laid back. Yeah, not too bad at this. My feet feel pretty good. I'm glad I can do something for you. I do appreciate it, just so you know. You'll have to do this again for me in the future. Yeah, we'll see about that. You moved back to your chair and your phone started to ring. Richard's calling me. Hello? Hey, Andrew, I'm out front next to the fountain. Okay, I'll be down in a few minutes. Click. Richard's here already? Yeah, you got here fast. You did. I guess I'm gonna head home now. You can always text me if you're free. If I get the chance, sure. I'll text you sometime later. I might not have the chance when the others get here. You know what's going to be really sad? If there is no one else, because all of them are flings, and so they don't want to check on them because they're not emotionally attached, and so no one else shows up. That'd be really fucking sad. That's what happens, isn't it? Oh. Alright, I suppose I should be heading off now. He stood up, and Darius had gone back to looking at his phone. He didn't seem to be doing anything with it, though. Before leaving, he leaned over and gave him a kiss on the forehead, and then an awkward hug. What are you doing? It's from Maria. Ugh. You'd release her from your hug and put your hands against his cheeks, staring into his piercing amber eyes. Do it! Do it! Do it! And this one's from me. Oh, shit! You pressed your lips against his, catching him by surprise for a change. His surprise shifted quickly, though, and he grabbed you by the hips, pulling you more onto him. Your fingers massaged through his fur while you held him there for a long moment. You didn't pull away until you felt his tongue brush against your lips. You're really bad at kissing, pulling back right before it gets good. Your breath is still so bad I can taste it. He released you and nearly pushed you off the bed at this time. I can't help it, asshole. You didn't have a toothbrush. Don't give me a hard time about kissing, then. Not like I have experience there. Guess they'll have to teach you. We'll see about that. You gave him one more quick kiss on the side of his snout. I'll see you later, Darius. Yeah, I'll see you later. And Andrew, yeah? Thanks for hanging around today. No problem, Darius. Happy I could be there for you. I better run, though. I don't want to get Richard getting mad. Sure thing. Later. Oh, okay. We gotta, Zazzle, no, we gotta move back. We gotta save. We gotta make sure everything is taken care of. Boom. Shaka-laka boom boom, shaka-laka boom boom. Yes, override the save. Override the save. Let's see what the author's notes are. Happy guys, Darius is okay. Lots of choices to explore here, so check them all out. Thanks for reading, and I'll see you all next time. Boom. Well, that's it for the Darius route. And there was no update this month, so I know that Spencer's route, we can literally, I could just fucking load, and I go to this Spencer. Yeah, this is Spencer's one. Which one's the August, September? This one's the most recent one. There's so much to look forward to. Boom. And, yeah, it's small update. Yeah, it's not been fucking updated. So, Spencer's route is done for now. Grifter's route is done for now. Darius's route is done for now, which means it's time to move on to the next one. And the next one is going to be Chester. Because people, no one, literally no one. I read the comments, no one has asked for Dozer. And I feel kind of bad. I mean, he doesn't express much. He just sort of like changes his eyebrows a little bit, but everything else stays exactly the same. So it's I don't know how that one's gonna go, but Chester's next, and we'll see how that goes on the next one. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the Trained Up Professional, speaking for the voices in my head, and I say until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone!